Good morning. This is Tyrell VA broadcasting live from the Vault in Our Stars, and we're doing a little morning show called Morning Earth because I'm saying good morning to the Earth. Not much is different from my late night shows. I'm just gonna be playing video games live. Feel free to comment away. Let me see if the comments or the sound is on. Sound is wonderful. And we're gonna get into this. This game, Chronos Before the Ashes, if I can find the box art, we have played before. As you can see, it's a pretty interesting game. You run through it like a maze. I think you're on different dimensions, so maybe you're in one place, going to another place, solving some mysteries, and then going back to the other dimension, using some of the puzzles that you solved over there to solve some of the puzzles over here, and just flipping back and forth. And the unique thing about this particular game is every time you die, your age goes up. You start at age 18, and when you die, or at least when you hit the decade marks, 20, 30, 40, you gain some sort of experience for being in the maze for as long as you've been. And then I think when you get into the 70s, 80s, and 90s, the gain that you get might be a loss as you start to lose some of your faculties. But instead of restarting, we'll just start from where Codeman and I had left, because we didn't get too far into the game. We did a first look, and we liked it. So let's keep looking. I guess the different thing about this morning, rather than other playing times, is the heat. It's so warm in here right now. This is going to be more casual. We've always been casual. We're going to bring the casual to an 11, whichever way that casual knob works, I guess. And we're still in the vaults. We're still having fun. We are going to get to know each other a little bit more, because over the 2 years, maybe 3 years, that Codeman and I have been playing, we don't really talk about each other or anything. We just try and keep it to the game and just keep making comments on that. But I do want to get a little bit more open with everyone, and it's a new year, so I figured, why not now? God, I have to catch my bearings and see where I'm at. I don't think I've died in a while, because there are bad guys in here, to which I have killed. And here's the sword that I have in my hand, I believe. Oh shit. God, and I'm not good at my buttons yet. So that's magic to make my fire, or to make my sword lit. I'll take this back if I'm not going to go in there. Oh, that closes quick. They don't want you getting yourself stuck in there. So I thought today we would talk a little bit about myself, maybe some resolutions, and maybe plans for the new year. Oh crap, I'm also working, so that's wonderful. And look, I can do it right here in front of everyone. So I guess that's one of the first things I can tell you about my job. I am a locksmith, and believe it or not, I'm unlocking a car right now. Or at least I'm aiding in the process. Nowadays, everything's technological, so it's all over the phone, or over the internet, rather. I'm communicating with a locksmith. and communicating with another locksmith. Sending some information back and forth. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, I know this mirror. Excited. And that's them responding back to me that they got my information. Nothing there. Okay. Okay, let's figure out how we do this. This is my shield. No, that's my sword. That's my sword as well. Strong sword. Stronger sword. Strong sword? Ah, that one looks like the strong sword. So we got a soft swing, a hard swing, a soft bump, and a big bump. Okay. So this is just our shield out. This is a thrust. Got you. That doesn't seem to do anything. That doesn't seem to do anything. There's our running. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Run, run, run. And that doesn't seem... Well, that's our pick up and shit button. Not that we will be shitting in the game, but... Okay, and then I get the response I want, hopefully, back. Process some information. And send it back. There, that was my job. You just witnessed me at work. Okay, I came down the other room. No, I came definitely through this room. That's where the portal is. I'm kind of just going back to the beginning in a way. It's fine. Everyone's dead. Perfect. Although I'm gonna run into someone and not be prepared how to fight. Maybe I should kill myself. That brings the enemies back. Then I could learn. This gave me one of my 2 red circles that's in my top right corner here. Not the one with the eye, but the not so cool looking one. Ooh, I just got myself coffee before we sat down. I haven't drank it yet, so excited. I will need more of that. Nor have I woken tote, or woken token, wake and baked. Woken tote. Do I even need to? Gosh. Of course, is always the answer to that question. Okay, so that was the roundabout. I went up there, did that thing. You're welcome. And this brought me over there. Oh, I must have just fallen down somewhere. Or gone down some other stairs. Oh, so that ladder. That brings me over there. Ladder brings me back down. Ooh, okay. Careful with the running. Can't just run all willy-nilly. Up, up, up. And over. And out. Oh, shit. Run, 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 run. Oh my goodness. Ah! Let's not deal with that. Oh, goodness gracious. That almost killed me. now we know a little bit more about an idea of where we're at. So we definitely have not killed that guy. Okay. Both of those are stairs that bring me down. Let's go this way first. Right, I went down there. And that just brought me back around to there. And those are definitely stairs that bring me down. So we'll just be down for a moment. That's a key over there that we already got. And then I assume I would have wanted to work to get this puzzle done, to get this door open. So I think this is the area of which to go. Which makes sense, because I came from this door. So before I go through that portal, let's see forward where else I should be going. Perfect. Oh. And that was this area, which got me that, opened the door, got me the sword. I think we just found out where we are. Perfect. Okay, so I wanted to talk about resolutions. I really don't know much about resolutions, the history of, or anything like that. And I'm not sure if I care for resolutions. I mean, overall, I think they're good. Who doesn't want to resolve to be better? I mean, I guess a resolution doesn't mean you're doing it for the better. But, oh, this is the beginning of this world. Yeah, I'm gonna smash a bass. Hopefully I can do that without horrible problems. But, so my ideas or my thoughts on resolutions are, what a great way to take a moment in time and be like, at this moment, I am going to start doing something awesome. That's wonderful. The problem is why put it off? If it's something you truly want to do to make yourself better, why wait for a moment that's, I don't know. I get the beginning of the new year is the beginning and it's supposedly like a great time to start things. I don't know if I consider it to be the beginning. It's certainly the beginning of January. But I don't know why January is the beginning of our year, other than convenience. But I consider the beginning of my year more so in the spring equinox, so whenever winter changes to spring and the life cycle, I guess, starts to come back. So starting your resolution on New Year's, starting it on spring equinox, starting it on Halloween, what does it matter, the starting point? It's just kind of silly, I guess, in that aspect. Hold on, I don't know how much I can do this on a camera. So, I know a resolution doesn't need time to start or when to tell it to start or anything, but I always thought that was a funny, weird, non-helpful aspect of a resolution. The other part of it is the result rate is horrendous. I don't have papers in front of me, so I'm making most of this shit up. But pretty sure it's like less than 50% of the resolutions made, which also, who's gathering this information? Who's like walking door to door and being like, did you make one? Did you keep to it? Pretty sure it's all like randomized information of just people talking. Resolutions is one of those things where, of course, someone's going to be like, yeah, I made one, and they can just make it up on the spot, and then you don't know if they really made one or not. I guess that's just me being untrusting of people and very wary of their ability to lie. But there's definitely not like scientific evidence of the amount of people who do this and who fail at it, or succeed, I suppose, if I'm going to be more positive about it. Hold on a second. There we are. Welcome back. Hello, Earth. I'm pretty sure when I walked through that door, I'll have to fight the boss. Not to be sidetracked, but this always reminds me of this. On this show, Everybody Loves Raymond. Super old show. I don't think it exists anymore. And I don't know how well it did. I mean, it did well, but as far as like time, maybe it's an awful show. But while it was on, there was a brother, a cop brother, who maybe lived across the street. Regardless, every time he ate food, he would like dip it to his chin before putting it in his mouth. It's like a weird habit. Not a weird habit, but a psychological habit of some sort. With my coffee, there's a drip that pops up here. You know, probably because I'm shaking it. And so I always have to lick it first and then get my drink so it doesn't get on my nose. And I've been doing it for so long that whether there's a drop there or not, I just do it. And then I'm reminded of that character. I'm looking for a library, if I remember correctly. Oh god, those birds scared me. Library. Oh. I must have killed everybody here because there's a bad guy at the very beginning right here. I remind myself of why I don't video too often in the morning, because A, it's busier for work in the morning, and I'm the only one who's working right now. So bear with my work. Welcome to work. This does not look correct. And it is not. Please check your information. Okay. So back to resolutions. Oh my god, this is a giant. A, V, C. A, V, C. AVC. Okay. Yeah, I'll need the library. Oh. Let's see if this also does not look correct. But and it is not. It's the annoying part of my job, I suppose, is just telling people to try again. To the library! Oh, let's run past this guy. Oh no, maybe I want to go that way? No, 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 it's too late now. I fell down something. Ooh. Just angry about it. Ah. Tis not open. Nope. I don't have a key in my inventory, so no use looking there. I can go this way? No, this way. Maybe a library would be up here? My memory is coming back to me. I'm pretty sure I know where the library is. Do I dare? Actually, have was the name of the other mirror. It should just bring me back up there. Perfect. And the library should be right over here. Still no bad guys. I cleaned them out because there's a guy hiding behind there and a guy standing over here. There's the library. And here's where I can put this jewel. Let's get to the library first. Oh, let me check this person's information one more time. Well, as many times as it takes, I suppose. This looks better. And it is. So essentially, so I'm not being so vague about it, people send me their VINs information, their like car, their make, model, VIN, stuff like that. And I process that information. And send it back. With a fee. Okay, this is what I've been calling the library because it has books. And this here's another portal that I need to get to. Luckily I have a pen here. And we'll just write this information down. LJ. What is that? Arrow down right, LJ. Okay. I don't think I need to read any of that. I'm pretty sure I have. So we'll pop this here now. Open sesame seeds. Let's remember how to swing, block. I don't know how to heal myself. We'll figure that out later, I guess. Okay, we're in this room with that guy. Just run. Just run, run, run from him. Oh, hello there. Oh gosh. Not quite sure how to target. Ugh. Okay, there we are. Uh-huh. Some dodging. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Awful dodging. Shield. Aha. In your face. It's the shield that took him out. Okay, so we got a pretty box. This looks like the important thing. Ahoo! The letter I need. I assume it's an alphabet for some reason. And a book to read. To whomever has the territory? Temerity? I don't know what that word is. Ignorance or self-loathing to read these words, know that your doom is soon to follow. By writing these words, I have sealed my own fate. Yet, acceptance of my rapidly approaching demise has settled upon me, and I have made peace with the end of my life. Can you say the same? Ooh, girl. If you have come here, and I entertain no doubt that your arrival has been made with utmost deliberation, I know that which you seek. You would know the Lord Cyclops' name, his real, true name. The Cyclops must be that person or someone else. My entire adult life has been spent in pursuit of this rare and most valuable prize. Long have scholars believed that knowledge of the Cyclops' name would grant power over him. Eldritch effects aside, the academic esteem alone would be more than... Girl, you wrote too much. You wrote too much. Would be more sufficient to motivate seekers of His Majesty's genuine appellation. Through mountain passes I crawled, into and out of the densest jungles, across the wide rippling sea and back again, and finally, I made the discovery carved into a tablet of purest craylite. Prepare yourself, ordinary mortal, for when the word sears itself upon your eyes, girl, you can tell me, your life will never again be the same. The name of the Cyclops is... The remainder of the translation had been rendered illegible due to an apparent combination of tear stains, scorch marks, and droplets of blood. It's a cute story, but a lot of hype for a big letdown. Oh shit. Can I just get him to look at me over here and I'll run? Run fast, little man. Maybe not. We've done this before. I know how this works. Oh, fuck. Oh. I do not know how it works. God damn. You just broke your walls. No bueno. Hey, Q's. Hi there. Good morning. Oh, what was I talking about, resolutions? I think the last thing I wanted to say about them is they're similar to... they're not similar at all to this. This is going to be quite the jump. To Alcoholics Anonymous, in which you're doing thing to make yourself better, in a sense. Hopefully a resolution is to make yourself better. I can't imagine someone being like, nay to betterness. Especially since you define it by your own standards. But it's the rate of success that is just horrendous, I guess, is what I'm comparing the two to. Yeah, otherwise there really is no lightness. Just you wanting to better yourself and them not being the best source of doing that. Every 10 years, starting at age 20, your character unlocks a new trait. This is what I was talking about. So I get to choose one of these three. My strength can go up, increase my weapon damage, increase my health. The painful lessons taught by the mistakes of youth are not lost on you, allowing you to gain more experience. I think I want that one. The quicker you get that one, the more builds over time, right? Yeah. Yes, I'm right. And now let's go kill things. Practice how to do that shit. Better. Hi, excuse me. His shield's funny to me. He's kind of Cyclops in himself, right? Come on. I don't think I have to go too much further back into this. Although, there's you. Although, now I have my thing, right? I just go into that password. Jesus, where am I? Jesus. Yeah, and, like, Alcoholics Anonymous's ratings are horrendous as well. Obviously, like I said. I have such a gripe about them. Let's put that in there. We got L. What do I need? L. J. But that is neither here nor there. And I say that as a sober person. I'm not just like some rando griping about Alcoholics Anonymous who hasn't actually been to one, tried it out, didn't care for it, looked it up, saw how non-helpful it was. So this is the library. We're looking out into here. And since the bad guys have appeared, there's a bad guy that I normally would have killed by now. Oh gosh. These things are probably the worst bad guys in the game that I've met so far, which hasn't been very far into it. But they're like toys, and I think they explode. Let's see if we can just kill it while it's sleeping. Okay, well, that wasn't so bad. Oh shit. Okay, so no exploding yet. I could have been way wrong about that. Stop it with that. Ooh. I just leveled up. Now is it going to sword? No. Oh gosh, do I want to go down there with that thing? I feel like that was awful timing. Please get inside. Ow, 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 ow. That's what I didn't like. No toys. Ah, hey. A little wind-up key. I'll wait till you get up here. So what else do I want to talk about in this morning? Oh, I didn't say what my resolutions were. I don't really have any. After all of that, I suppose my resolution is to literally just be better. Whatever that is for myself. Just moving forward. I'm excited to, I guess, discover what that means. There are avenues in my life I would like to work on. As far as... You ain't gonna carry that? Ooh, you're gonna carry that. Oh, I see what you're doing. So, we'll be going back to the library to pick that up. And I think we're out. I joined a group of like charity nuns, and I would like to do more of that. I'll talk about that later on a different episode. It's quite a lot. And I would like to be a better husband, whatever that means. More attentive, more emotionally there, maybe more helpful around the house. Let's hope he's not watching this, because no promises on any of that. I would like to be better at my YouTubes. Kind of dropped the ball near the end of the year, and this is also an effort into making that better. Maybe making at least... God, I don't want to put too much time on my hands or responsibility after saying these words, but maybe 4 shows that aren't live, like edited things. That might be interesting. I'd actually like to make another music video because I just think I could have done better on this. Oh shit. Oh shit. I thought there was someone behind me. Both of you then. No one's dropping shit. Give me your shit. That looks like the library ahead of me. I do want my stone back. Don't know how important it is, but I like to keep the things if I can keep them. Damn. Ooh, I did a lot of damage there. But that being said, about those kind of resolutions, I'm constantly working on that shit. It's definitely not a January 1st thing or a spring thing. I do have some spring things that I would like to manifest, I guess, if that would be the correct word usage, into reality. And I'm excited to tell y'all about that when we get closer to that time. Ooh. Okay, you needed something else. I must have leveled up or something. God damn. Stop that. What an awfully annoying character. Okay, the key. And was there more? Oh, just to look at that. Yeah, we got that. There was a door that caught my peripheral, and it's somewhere up here. Okay, I wanted this back. Right? This just brings me to the giant right over here, and I don't want to deal with that again. I got all the items that were inside that door. So we'll just go from there. Where was it, over here? Yes. Assume this one. Yay! A bedroom. Hey, got my shield out. I got plenty of stamina. Need to be stronger. The next time we have a choice, let's go for strength. That looks suspicious. Okay. I often think about what the first night will bring more than think, I dare say I dwell. It is not an unfair thing to consider. I do not believe I am a princess of the kingdom. Much as I hate to admit such things, now that father has engaged in his repeated and repeatedly failed ruse, I am the only princess of the kingdom. I know I deserve respect and to be treated with gentleness and fairness. I'm a little confused about what's happening, but let's see. But the Cyclops is like unto a god. I know what he did with my sisters. I know they lie broken and ruptured at the bottom of the chasm because they displeased him, because they were not me. Oh. Why, Father? Why could you not have sent me to him straight away? Why did you feel so compelled to send my sisters one after another? Ooh, Father. Did you not think the Cyclops would see through your deceit? Did you care for them so little, or for me so much, that you deemed their deaths acceptable? Ooh. No matter troubling my brain with their losses will change not a thing. I am to be the Cyclops' bride now, and nothing will deter him from claiming me. I must remember my station. I am a princess of the kingdom, and if it saves the Krell, I accept my fate with grace. Wow, wow. So are these the Krell that I'm killing? Ooh, here's another block. The A. And a timepiece. The silver locket is adorned with delicate filigree patterns. Not quite sure what that means, but I guess those. The intricate craftsmanship is unlike anything you've ever seen. I've seen better, not gonna lie. But I'll use my imagination. Anything on the bed? Any hidden drawers? Any hidden doors? A nay, a boo-boo. Okay, what else do I want to talk about this morning? I suppose if y'all have any resolutions after I just like poo-pooed on all of that shit, by all means throw them into the comments, and I guess that will maybe inspire you to keep them going, knowing that they are somewhere out in the world. Is there a guy over here? No, I killed him, right? I mean, resolutions are in themselves good. I'm not going to say they're awful, but if they're not done correctly, then they're useless. AA, on the other hand, is also, I would say, more dangerous. So that in itself is another reason why I shouldn't compare the two, because it's, I think, more bad than it is for the good that it does help people. Because it does help some people. Let's not lie there. Except, I don't know if it does or not. Because once you do it, the whole thing is you have to do it for the rest of your life. And you're just kind of stuck in there. Can you move away from there? I want to see the pattern behind your back. And I can't. Oh, I'll look through the other door. The window. God, I didn't think my first morning Earth was gonna be a rip on AA. But there you are. There's my thoughts on it. Okay, we'll put this jewel back. I believe we were just there. And if it works for you, I hope it's bringing more positive than the negative that I mentioned. Ugh, I also can't stand it's like religious implications, which they say, you know, you don't have to be religious. You just have to have some sort of higher power. And that in itself is just a gross idea to me, to give away your power to something ambiguously higher than you, and then give them all the credit for when you do something good. I'll digress. A, V, sideways A. The new piece. A, V, sideways A. So, for this, I should have said this at the beginning of it. I am planning on recording maybe from 8 to 10, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That seems like a lot. But playing video games is my relaxation from all the other shit I'm adding on to my schedule nowadays. And so I think it's important to force some gameplay into my world. As long as I don't feel like this is turning into work, you know what I mean? Let's go for this block. What did I say? A, V? Sideways A? A, V, sideways A? That sounds right. A, V, sideways A. There it is. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Let's go in there and try and beat up that guy. Oh, fuck. That wasn't the button I wanted to press. I don't even know what happened there. Okay. I got some things that'll help me out. Since I leveled up twice, I should use these attribution points. And I was complaining about my strength. Let's bring it up to 20. And then, oh, my agility also kind of sucks. My life is fine. My vitality. So yeah, I think that's good. And then, here's my sword. Super cute. Oh, I have this hammer that does double. Plus 33. I'll be right back. I need to go make sure my coffee is still on and heating coffee. Oh, coffee makes me so happy. Let's see, we have no wooden shields. Here's these boxes. Let's interact with it and take that out. So we got some shards, of course. Toy soldier wind-up thing, the master key, the silver locket, and a cyclops gem. I believe the key to combining items is if they have similar names. Like if I see something that says a cyclops watch, then the cyclops gem and the cyclops watch probably interact together. Or I don't know if there'd just be another like silver beret, and then silver beret and silver locket go together. That seems like silver's too big of a word, I guess. But dragon shards, I think, can do something. Well, no. There would have to be another dragon thing. I don't think this is it. That is not it. I thought I used these on my swords. I'll keep them for now. I did see where it says upgrade, although maybe I should switch to that Krell hammer. Sure. Okay. That's my light swing. Ugh, get that nail. And then power. Okay. Let's go. We got this. Is this the Cyclops? Hi, sir. No, this is a Krell Guardian. Oh, fuck. It's like, ah. Ow, fuck. Oh, I need to get him down. He's gone through half of my life, and I have not gone through half of his. Oh shit. Ah! I just randomly saw that advertisement or whatever pop up for an advertisement for my health. Oh shite, sir. You got quite the reach on you. I think I got this. Yes. Love the leveling up right there. Give me some lava back. Ah! Who knew?
Yes, yes. The Cyclops has fallen.
What's a Cyclops?
Never did my faith in you waver, little warrior. The dragon's protector shall crumble beneath your might.
Celebration Bowl. Okay.
Long worshipped as demigods, the dragon's acolytes have kept him safe for untold ages. But you are the instrument of his destruction. You shall tumble him from his throne of power.
From the throne. Uh-huh.
They spoke of his guardians the way explorers speak of impassable mountains, as if they were forces of nature, insurmountable, lethal. But you have proven them wrong.
I read about that. It's true. I wonder where it would shoot me out. Now you'll probably notice it also every time I open my coffee. Okay, it's 9 o'clock, halfway through. There was a new aspect that I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to do, but we're breaking all the rules today, so buckle your seatbelts. Oh no, as I say that, a fire has started. Well, let's not have that happen. There we go. We broke that statue. I thought it was gonna bring us back to the spot we were at. Now I gotta go look around for my spot. Okay, we've been here before. So my plan today, just in general in life, is to get my passport going so that I can travel around. Mosey, if you will. And, God, I feel like there should be bad guys around here. Why is it so quiet? Haha. The bad guys. I guess I'll go kill them. Now that seems like I'm the bad guy. I haven't hit them once. Oh, I must have hit that other guy. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. They're faster than this hammer. Just use the quick button on it. But I've been working on my passport for quite a long time now. I think since 2021. And the problem is I worked on it way before then. I think in 2018 and got one and was very excited and happy to use that. But then I got married in 2019 and changed my name, and suddenly it wasn't useful anymore. So then I had to go back to work on it. Take this as payment for my debts. I have little use for it, and with the king's latest madness, forfeiting all charge to the crown, it has become more of a liability than a boon. Where? What? Who are you talking about? I don't see nothing to take. Take this. Did I take it already? Did I just come in here and take something without looking? Oh, you know what? I'm going backwards, so none of this is new to me. I did done take it. Oh, but it is good to go here. Because this is that little shop that I would have forgotten about. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're a little feisty one. God damn you. This guy. He needs a Cyclops eye, so maybe now that I kill that Cyclops, I have it?
'Tis as I feared. You do not have the eye.
So, nay. In my mind, I just cut him off. In my mind, I don't think that was the Cyclops. Because it just said Krell Guardian. And they're making the Cyclops sound way monstrous than a Guardian. They made him sound like he was the big boss. So, I feel there's an eye still to get. Meh. Exactly. I'm sitting in the nice, well, not like super nice, but a office chair instead of a stool. Got myself some back support today. I don't think I can open that. That looks like it opens from the other side. So I guess this will be the direction. Okay, that's the new door to open. And going down there... Going down there brings me back to where I was before. Maybe I should go down there real quick to see if there's something to pick up. I feel like they wouldn't have brought me all the way back here if they weren't just going to give it to me. Oh, I'm going up, not down. Whichever direction. So, anywho, God, I'm all over the place. I go into the passport place, I have an appointment. I had already tried to go there. It was filled up. And I have an appointment now at 11:30. Oh, it took a week to get an appointment. I guess they're not as backed up as I originally thought they would be. But I had sent in my information, and I must have checked a wrong box or something. I don't know. They sent me a letter saying something went wrong. Then I filled out more information, sent that back to them. Then they told me the stuff that they had requested, my like information, they didn't have it anymore since the first time I sent it to them, because I didn't resend it when they asked for me to fix whatever thing they had done. So they lost my stuff in between the time of holding it. And here's where the Cyclops was. So now I have to go in there personally with all of my information again. Some of it I don't have because they have it. And figure out how to solve this. And I just hope it goes smoothly. The appointments that you can get, you can only allot them for 15 minutes. I don't even know how I can explain all of the shit I have to explain in 15 minutes, but we'll condense it. I have the letters that they sent me and additional information, hopefully. All the information I could double up, I did. But it's my passport. They lost my passport that I sent them, and I'm trying to renew my passport, and then they lost the passport that they requested. You have to like send in your expired one or your like whatever. Mine wasn't expired, but the name needed to be changed, and so I had to send them that one. And so that is that now. That'll be nice to do. Ah! Oh, thank you. Thank you for the full life. I appreciate that. But that shouldn't take too long, and then I will be back. And then, what are my plans today? It's pretty open. I'm working on a project, like I said, that I need to do in the beginning of spring. Oh, I was hoping I would just kill him. Oh. Come on. He's still alive? Jesus. And that will involve planting some flowers. So I need to plant some flowers. Oh, this is the door that I was looking for. Do I have the key now for this? Yes. This has got to be a good secret, right? Just out of the way and hidden. Yeah. It's forgettable. Oh, it's an eye. For my eye. The stone's gentle warmth flows through your veins, lifting you up and lending courage in the face of danger. When you activate, the power of the sun will surround you, protecting you in combat. I like that more than what I have. Switch it out. Cool. I am this now. Let us continue. Ooh, I stopped his engagement, or whatever that would be called. Ah, you again. The camera guy was not helpful there. I had him backed in the corner. Hello. anyone dropping anything? That's what we're looking for. Okay, I think we've ran through all this again as well. Let's get... I'll run through the hall just in case someone did drop something. And I had missteeped a name. Yeah, so for this project I have coming in the spring, I will be wanting to plant some flowers, and I will need to start planting them pretty much now or this week. Ah! Yay for leveling up. And that's it. I'm gonna build a little gardening area here in the vaults because obviously in space it's extremely cold outside and nothing will survive. And start growing my flowers. About 500 of them, pansies to be precise. Okay, so that brings me back up to here, which I've done pooped myself out of here already. Gone through here. Now we'll go over here. Sure. And yes, so that will be what I'm doing today. I think maybe I need to research the pansies a little bit more to see if they need a humid environment to determine whether I'm going to be like putting up plastics or not. But for the most part, it's just putting out trays, the dirt, the seeds, and timers, and some lights. Pretty excited for it. And then I'll let you know tomorrow morning how all that went. Because I'm sure it won't be that cut and dry. I like how the maze looks to have a little keyhole also in the middle of it. I'm sure you've noticed. Got a little wing this morning. Not so much. Okay, we are continuing on where we were. It ended up that Krell Guardian left nothing for us down there. So now it's the new door. And we only got one shard, dragon shard. However, I think we leveled up twice, so no complaints there. Okay. I think I'm looking to fight you. Hi. Okay. A dining hall. Dining hall things. Nothing shiny. Oh, I see a shiny. Right here. Can always use a new shield. Well, I can always use a new better shield, I guess. Oh, we've leveled up as well. I forget that that gives me attribution points. Equipping. Block 300, block 200. The kite shield cannot be used to parry as quickly as other smaller shields. Okay. But you still can. And this just says with precise timing, it can also be used. So you're just saying this is with preciser timing? I'm okay with that. Oh, that beeping. Don't know if you can hear that, but it only happens randomly throughout the day. Usually in the morning when I'm the only one who can hear it. Or maybe the day just gets louder. It does definitely get louder. This looks like a wall that should not be here, right? Like, my Zelda mind is saying, oh shit, blow that up. Hey, little guy. It's my turn, my turn. Not dropping shit. So I've got it's like horns. Oh shit. Masks. Cloaks. Masks, cloaks, and horns. Okay, cloak, mask, horn, cloak, mask, horn. We're looking for a cloak, mask, horn person. Back to the ladder. Oh, so the thing I said I wasn't sure if I would be able to do this or not is I'm going to put on a call-in show that I like to listen to and just listen to the callers and maybe talk about that. I don't know if any of that'll work. We only have 40 minutes left in this, and so we don't have to do it for the whole time if that's not how it works. But if it is, if y'all find it as entertaining as I find it, then we're golden. And I plan to only be listening to the callers. Because I don't want to deal with the other shit.
I'm like, yes, and then my schedule just went to hell.
This show, though, so hopefully I don't get it as much trouble. I'm not making any money off of this, so I shouldn't be, like, getting in trouble for things. But the show is called The Line. It's another YouTube show. And it's just like a 2-hour long, oh, similar, hey girl. A 2-hour long call-in show where people just call in and say what they believe in and why they believe in it, and it's one of my favorite shows. Not particularly this one, but one of many. It's called well, this one's called The Line, and then there's, oh shit, The Atheist Experience. That was a good block right there. That should have been a parry. Hooray. Katy Perry. Sorry. Another level up, thank you. The Atheist Experience, Truth Wanted, The Line, The Hang Up, The Skeptics, I don't know if this is 5 or if I went to 6 somehow, but I think that was 5. And there's like 2 other transatlantic call-in show. All just random call-in shows where you just kind of call in and talk about what you believe in and why. And it usually has some fun debating ensues with critical thinking, which is an important part that I like. So, in a calmer time, because I can see this Big Daddy over here, I'll start that up. Okay, it wasn't as Big Daddy-ish as I thought. Well. And behold, not only finally a dragon shard, but it looks like we have a cloak mask horn man. Oh, I gotta memorize this. Tall, or you know what? I can just draw a picture of it because girls good at that. Eyes that go like that. With the mask that goes like that. Got you. And your horns go over there with some dangly things on it. Got you, got you. Dangle with an extra dangle over there. I see that. Okay, let's see what this first person has to say about whatever they have to say about whatever.
There is a Mr. Atheist description. Go subscribe to the line. You're not always going to be able to get this.
The line. That's what I was just saying to them, girl. I wasn't telling them to subscribe. Do it. Do it.
It's not always going to be here. So go subscribe.
Hey, another one of these. Hey.
And we're hoping that somebody can convince Matt and I that we have souls. Everybody already knows.
Ooh, souls.
Maybe there's still hope for Matt. What do you think, Matt? Do you think we have souls?
No. As a matter of fact, I'm on.
Perfect. See, and that's what I'll do. I'll just stop it whenever I have something to say about shit. Souls. Oh, fuck. Comment down below if you think we do or do not have souls. I find it kind of tricky, because I guess in general, no, I don't think so. But it really depends on how and who you're talking to and how they're describing what that word means to them, because there are so many different definitions of what a soul is, because it's such a vague concept that for me, initially I say no, because it sounds unneeded for the process, I guess. And depending on someone's definition, I could definitely see then where they might think that there is. Oh, bless it. Like stab, stab, give me your spear, please. Hey, leather. Just every 2 guys we're leveling up. But, as you heard, that cohorts person, mind you, okay, so the biasness from myself coming in. Obviously, I like this show. I've seen this show for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I have no idea how long it's been. But long enough to know, to not know how long it's been. So I've maybe listen to a lot of these viewpoints and perspectives and ideas. Oh, gosh darn it. I was all ready for y'all. And then I wasn't ready for anyone. So, is there bias to some of the answers, or do I already know what people might say about things? Definitely, for sure, 100. Or at least 90. So that being said, we already heard the other person on the show. It's a male and female co-hosting. And I believe the male, his name is Matt Delahunty, and he said no to the question, do you believe in souls? Almost just right away and blunt. The thing was over here. No. Yeah, it was over here. The statue was over there. The machine's down here. So let's see what he has to say continuously. Or after that, his explanation.
You're just saying, and I'm proud of this phrase, despite the fact that it seems obvious. The soul is the single most dead concept in all of theology. Given what we know about who we are, there are plenty of claims that religions make that are untestable and unfalsifiable. And the one that comes the closest to being falsifiable is the notion of a soul, and to whatever extent we can test and investigate it, it is just debunked.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that.
Okay. The king is mad, the Cyclops mourns, and the dragon sits upon the throne. Beware the great red eye. That must be the Cyclops, right? Still being a threat. And Shannon Q, I believe, is the name of the other co-host, and she says she agrees.
A good deal of my life studying the brain, and that unraveled that for me. So there's two interesting people here to talk to today. If you guys think that there is a soul, we already have some callers on the line, and the number is on the screen. If you think that you can convince us that we have a soul, today's your day. So I guess we'll jump right into callers, because we've already got people going in the queue. So our first caller is going to be Jeff from Springfield, Missouri. And Jeff has a question.
Bring it in.
And Jeff says that the capacity for rational thought is evidence for a soul. Hi, Jeff. Welcome to the line. Can you hear us?
Ooh.
Hey there, Jeff.
Can you hear me all right?
Jeff.
I don't know if I get to keep this.
Hi, Jeff. So, Jeff, welcome to the line. Why don't you explain to us why we have soul?
Good question. I think in a lot of ways it's a semantic issue, so it's easy to say that there is no soul. But in my opinion, the best way to understand it is our capacity for abstract understanding, our ability to understand meaning, rational capacity, and basically the phenomenon of consciousness, of self-awareness, in my opinion, is the most realistic way to understand a soul. And since we have that, and in my opinion it hasn't been explained materialistically, I think it makes most sense to call that a soul and to say that we definitely have one in some capacity.
Cool. Jeff. Oh, hold on. Got work real quick. But I do want to mention something about consciousness. It's nothing like brilliant or elaborate or anything. It's just that I think it's fascinating. I think consciousness is something that we all agree upon and yet know so little about of how it works. And that in itself is, like, we put so much pride in our consciousness. And I mean, I guess we do. As a species, as a, like, animal, and... But... I don't know. We've known about it for quite some time now, and know very little about it. And I mean, other animals are obviously conscious, right? Or it depends on how you're defining that word also again. Like, yeah, some animals are aware of themselves. There's like this test where you can put a red dot on a monkey or a dog or some animal's forehead and put a mirror in front of them, and if they like try to remove it from their own forehead, that means they're aware that the mirror is a reflection of themselves. And that's kind of cool. And then we wonder if plants have it. Plants like are able to detect a location of nutrients and then move towards that spot through the dirt, like finding it, detecting it some way. So in some aspects we define it that way, and it opens up the door for many things to have a type of consciousness. And then other times we just say like humans have a consciousness because of a more heavier definition, a more precise definition of what consciousness should be, or how they determine it. So, what am I saying with that? I just think it's interesting that these random clumps inside of our brain give us this amalgamation to work with. I don't know. Am I saying anything that makes sense? Looking for my sword. And waiting for this thing to come back. Oh, hell no. Danger. Oh, shit. That wasn't the direction I expected. Let's see what they're gonna say to Jeff.
Okay, so Matt, do you wanna go first? Since you're the guest here today.
Oh, Matt's the guest.
Well, yeah, I would agree that in a sense we're kind of. I don't know which of us is playing fast and loose. By the way, Jeff, I love Springfield. One of my favorite antique malls is there, and Skepticon was down in that area too.
Skepticon.
If the evidence for a soul is that we can understand things, to me that would be like evidence for a brain, and so this understanding, this ability to engage with abstract concepts is about a brain. I don't know how it gets to a soul, but consciousness, I would agree that while it isn't particularly well explained or well understood, I mean, go back to Daniel Dennett's call of consciousness. Some of the early reviews of that book said it should have been named Consciousness Explained Away. And this is the problem when we're talking about what's it mean to be conscious, to be sentient, to be a thinking, reflective being. But I don't know, draw the path from I'm able to understand a concept to therefore I have a soul. Because as far as I can tell, that just shows that there's a brain that's functioning.
Modern psychology has yet to fully explain consciousness as arising from the exchange of chemicals in the brain, and Shannon can.
That looks like a Cyclops.
She has more insight on that, but as far as I understand, it has not been explained naturalistically. So your word consciousness, I think, is synonymous with soul. But in light of the fact that our brains, well, definitely the consciousness.
Hold on, Jeff. Done nothing to this guy. Oh, get out of there. Oh, jeez. Jesus. Okay. I love that the music score comes in. We've got, I should probably just boost my strength. Let's get this vitality up. That also increased my defense, which is nice, and get my strength up. I don't know what Strength Infinity is, but it goes up on that, and that's the only thing it goes up on. I think I might have to stay with the hammer. Don't know if in the middle of the battle it's the best time to be switching my weapons about. Inert Dragon Heart. I want that. Okay, another one of those. Thank you. Bag of corn. Should I throw my bag of corn in it? Dragon oil. See, like dragon oil and dragon shard. Those probably go together. Dragon oil. Dragon shard. Oh. Dragon shard. It's my dragon oil. Dragon oil. Yes, the glimmer of magic shines now on this thing. Now I have a rare dragon shard. Which sounds so funny. The shard of a dragon. Okay, let's get back into this fight. Hopefully we did enough. Let's get out of that corner. In and out, in and out. Oh crap. Just ripped off his arm. Oh. Fuck you, man. Okay. I don't know how I'm managing to dodge out of those. But I'm thankful for it. Ah! Ah! Okay, feeling more confident. Don't get overconfident. Yay, and a level up. Did I get the eye? Energy hums from the spherical stone, vibrating deep within your bones, its power coursing through you. Who will know? Who's to say? Continue, Jeff.
Scientifically explain the concept, yes. Not that it could never be, but as of yet, I would consider that existence for us all.
So you're just essentially relabeling consciousness as soul, then, are you? Is that
I think
what's
that's the
happening?
best way to...
Okay.
Well, if you're just switching words around, then I would agree with you, because there's...
It's kind of what I was saying. It is the semantics argument.
That we can say this is where consciousness is housed in the brain, or this is where, you know, chemical processes are unified into the experience of consciousness. That's a fact, sure. So I agree with a lot of what you said there, but what I have issues with is when somebody says that is evidence that we have been donned a soul, and then they start to imbue that soul with a bunch of other unique properties and determine who gave it to us. Like all of that. Look at that.
Material explanation for it.
These people were just in here praying, and I like came in here and destroyed them. I'm so
We
sorry.
have an explanation. It's not justified that because we don't currently have an explanation, we're somehow justified in leaping to, oh no, this is what we meant by a soul, and this is evidence for a soul, because the soul label carries with it quite a lot of baggage.
A part of a painting.
If you go back to the Bible, the words that are often translated as soul, I mean, the Hebrew word that is translated as soul doesn't refer to like an immortal soul. It just refers to essentially what you're doing. It's talking about a conscious living being. And the Greek words, the handful of them translated into soul, one of them is just psyche, which doesn't necessarily correlate with some kind of eternal soul. So I guess what I'm curious about, Jeff, is if you want to call consciousness, whether it's explained naturally or not, the soul, what properties does it have that make it necessary to call it a soul rather than just consciousness?
Good question. The history of understanding the soul, like with Locke and Immanuel Kant, I think people have explained it differently over the years in different ways. So I don't think if you call it a unified concept, the first question is how you define a soul. The reason
I think we're done with this section.
As a soul is because usually people define it as something that cannot be explained materialistically or scientifically, and as a sort of inherent seat of identity, something that makes humans different from animals, and where your self rests.
Oh yeah, this was
existence, which is not your body or your mind or any ability you have. I think consciousness makes most sense as
that with that door. Okay.
The same as a soul.
I have a couple of issues with that, actually. One of the issues that I have with that is that you're completely not including
Jeff, don't be sassy.
Animals that have higher order cortical structures like you're excluding them as having what you would define as a soul, where they demonstratively have what you agreed upon as consciousness. Like when you look, for example, at higher order primates, they have proto-linguistic abilities. For example, they have learning abilities. They are able to recognize partners and have familiarity and form relationships. All of these things are evidence of consciousness. That they're not able to communicate their experience of consciousness to us as we are able to communicate our experience of consciousness to each other.
A painting. That's missing a piece.
From the definition that we previously agreed to, which is essentially an emergent property of cortical structures that gives us an experience of self. We have absolutely no way of getting that away from, like, giving it just uniquely to us. You know what I'm saying there? So when you I find that a lot of people, when they're having this discussion, are very, very human-centric. They look at it as though we're extra special. We recognize special. There's something special and unique about our way of experiencing the world. You can make maybe a point of being somewhat superior.
It's one of those
based on how we determine
mass porn guys. That took a while to come out.
But you can't say it's uniquely special. It's just different. Okay. You would classify it as superior. Does that make some sense? Because you're like, why would you preclude consciousness in other living beings from that definition in order to make that argument, unless it was an argument that you were essentially just saying we're special?
Oh, and there's that. That goes out there.
Well, if there is psychological evidence that animals do share the experience of consciousness the same as humans do, then I see no reason why you could not include them in that category. I said it makes humans different from animals, but in theory, I don't see why animals could not be included in that as well, which, although I don't think animals have a soul, I guess you could make the argument.
And now I guess my question for Jeff would be, though, if he's saying that having a soul is what makes us different than the rest of the animal kingdom, and describes soul as consciousness, and now is saying that, well, yeah, I guess other animals can have consciousness, and so I'm allowing those other animals to be intermixed into the soul conversation, then I would wonder, him as a Christian person, how that would affect his thoughts on that. Like, do animals with consciousness go to heaven and animals without consciousness don't? And how does he measure that? And are they like some sort of plan in God's plan, then, or how would that work? They're just off in the jungle being monkeys, but they're also secret missionary monkeys. It's very confusing.
You would share that faculty with us.
Well, if you're going to define the soul as consciousness, then yeah, animals would have a soul in the same sense. And in many cases, you see empathy, a sense of fairness, those sorts of things coming that require not only consciousness, but some sort of theory of mind of being able to project themselves into some. Can't have empathy and a sense of fairness without recognizing that there's another agent there that's being treated differently.
True, that would seem to be evidence for a soul in some capacity for animals.
Well, all right, you want to call it evidence for a soul in animals, but now it comes back to this, okay, how is this different from consciousness such that it is deserving of the special label, the soul, and you can't use it's the thing that distinguishes us from other animals?
Yeah. Well, self-awareness. This is Descartes' argument. I think, therefore I am. The phenomenological experience of consciousness, the capacity.
But what the host was explaining is that a monkey can also be thinking, I think, therefore I am. Technically, a fly could be thinking, I think, therefore I am. They don't know how to express that to us. So we're just assuming that they don't express that because we have this bias on humans and us being some sort of peak of evolution, which is completely not true. Cool. Ooh, I like this painting better. Like right there. That's a beautiful painting. Right, maybe there. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Understand, shared by animals or not, I am saying consciousness is synonymous with the soul. And since you said it was an emergent property of the brain which has not as of yet been explained by science, I see this as a sort of non-scientific or non-material reality, you might say. The abstract essence of identity and of human life, the non-material aspect of it. I see by necessity it has to be non-physical, therefore has to be a soul or some other word if you'd like to add that on there. But I think the abstract
what happens though when I start messing with
your
prefrontal cortex?
Just work again.
Messing with your prefrontal cortex. What starts happening?
So we got a new save point.
Change. The things that you're defining as you, as like non-corporeal components of you, that you're saying essentially can't be emergent from the brain. We can trace parts of those experiences through the brain. There's localization of function. I can split your corpus callosum in half, and then you could even potentially have two versions of self. One able to articulate, one able to hear, right? So
that's true. It's happened in life before.
Part of that was split into two distinct entities communicating independently. One could speak and one could use the hand associated with that side of the brain. One of them was a theist and one of them was not a theist, all within one brain. Now, when you started, you went with, consciousness isn't explained, and there was a moment where you said, I'm not saying it can't be explained. But just a minute ago, before Shannon's last response, you suggested that it in fact cannot be explained. And so you kind of go with this, we don't have a good understanding of consciousness, to we can't have a good understanding of consciousness, to therefore it is necessarily something non-material. And that is just a fallacious line of reasoning. You can't go from, hey, we don't have a naturalistic explanation, to therefore there necessarily must be a non-naturalistic one.
Not true. There could be a naturalistic explanation, but based on the evidence we have, one is not available. Therefore, based on what evidence we have, unless new information arises, we understand it as a property which is non-material.
No, you don't get to do that. That is the fallacy that I'm talking about. The fact that there isn't yet a naturalistic explanation does not mean that you get to conclude there's never going to be one, or that the explanation is non-naturalistic.
We don't know how science or whatever new
history, every time we
process.
Have a naturalistic explanation, if someone had presumed that the explanation was not naturalistic, we would not have found the naturalistic explanation later on.
And there's evidence in orders of magnitude.
What we're saying is we don't currently have an explanation. We're not taking anything as a matter of faith. I'm not saying someday consciousness will explain naturally. I'm saying you don't get to claim that it is necessarily non-natural. That is the fallacy. You are asserting that something doesn't have a natural explanation and will not.
Based on the evidence we have, it does not currently have a natural explanation. It could once we get more information. The same way that unicorns, I've never seen one. There could be one, but I've never seen one.
It also doesn't have a non-natural explanation.
Here's some things to consider, though. I do have to move to the next caller, but some things to consider is I understand that there's no unifying explanation for the hard problem of consciousness. I get that. There's no unifying principle that we can point to. However, we can point to very specific regions of the brain and understand how they function, manipulate their function, know how certain chemicals function, know what's going to happen when we interact with them, know what's going to happen when we remove them. And the fact that all of that is true, demonstrated is true, and has an effect on what you and I would call the self, or you would call the soul, and I would call your experience of self, or consciousness. The fact that all of that can have an effect on it is orders of magnitude of evidence, to my mind, that there is a materialistic component. At the very least, you would have to accept that there's a materialistic component to the experience of self. And there's absolutely no reason, aside from belief or attempting to affirm belief via just assertion, while ignoring that component of reality, to label that a soul. I mean, you could just interchange the word consciousness with soul if you want to, but it serves no purpose. And you can't, even so, you can't get me back any further to any sort of, somebody donning you a soul or it being abused by those properties. And you can't explain how I can make physiological manipulations to report that have an effect on the soul.
Just leveling up all over the place.
If I can remove portions of your brain and affect it, like, what is it? What's the purpose of it? What's the good of it? If I can make it
Shannon Q is like a brain scientist person.
I'm sure that's the question. What's the good of it?
I'm sure she has a more legit title than what I just called her. But she's a smarty pants.
And change what the book says. The meaning of the book is still distinct from the physical object. That's why we experience books differently, even though they all look like ink on a page.
But the words, okay, so let me wrap my head around this. I do have to leave. This is interesting to me. So what you're saying is that a book with words written on it, our experience of it is different as people because we have different experiences that we're viewing that book with. Right? Is that what you're saying? Our perception of the book internally. The book and the page, the book with the letters, it contains reflections of the observer. The only thing that makes that argument work, I guess, is you the observer, right? Having an experience of the book.
I feel like the two different books, but they're both ink on a page. I'm saying the meaning or story of a book is distinct from the physical object of the book itself.
Well, the physical object is different in both of those cases because they're two different books with two different constructions.
Yeah.
And that's why you mean.
I'm saying the material brain is a vehicle for consciousness, and consciousness is dependent on the material brain. But
Ooh,
I see the brain and consciousness or abstract awareness as distinct, and both objects are just
J.P. Moreland stuff.
Consciousness is what the brain does.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying, hey, okay, possibly, but if we're in a position where we don't know, then, so what good does it do to say, I'm going to call consciousness the soul, and declare that it doesn't have a naturalistic explanation at all?
Oh God!
I mean, that's
neither one of us is ready for this.
Somebody saying, hey, we don't have an explanation for the origin of the universe, so I'm going to say God did it. Sorry, that answer doesn't win out by default. It needs its own supporting evidence. And when it comes to something like asserting a non-naturalistic explanation, throughout the entirety of history, how many times have we actually confirmed a non-naturalistic explanation for anything?
I mean, the placebo effect.
That's not a naturalistic
Okay.
For one thing that hasn't been explained, I'm aware of no non-naturalistic explanations.
Well, you can have predict.
God, he's very good at that.
Everything,
Not you, Jeff.
for everything that has ever been explained, I'm aware of exactly 0 non-naturalistic explanations. How many are you?
I think I just have to hit him hard. Hopefully he doesn't keep hitting me.
That's something that hasn't been explained.
Still alive. Still level up for the save.
I would view that as evidence for the existence of some abstract reality, which may be explained materially, but based on the evidence we have, must be understood as an abstract reality, dependent on physical reality, but not necessarily identical.
You are dodging the question that was asked.
Oh, he's dodging too? I knew it, Jeff. I knew it, Jeff.
The question was, how many non-material explanations do we have?
Out of everything that has ever been explained,
Get off the edge.
how many of them were
I don't want to
explained
lose
by
your trophy.
non-naturalistic
No, nothing happened
explanations?
anyway.
I think that empiricism is sort of a semantic shuffling words around. I would consider
Okay, well, Jeff, you're going on too long. And I thought they were going to cut him off. And it's almost time for us to go. So, if you like that, it was just one phone call, one question, and we got a lot out of it, I think. If you care for it, I think it's going to continue, because I enjoyed it. It kept a little bit of dead air out of there and gave some conversation topics to pull out. And that's what I want to start happening for this channel, for these things, at least this particular episode. We will still be doing Codeman and I first looks and playthroughs and random things like that as we have been doing. I think our next one will be on Thursday. Otherwise, I will see y'all tomorrow morning, and enjoy your day. This is Tyrell VA signing off from the Vault in Our Stars. Peace!